Pastor Dell said I could have 5 minutes to share with you about 28 days. So we're just going to get started. Share with you a few pictures. If my mouth doesn't work with my mind, you'll be able to understand. I think it's 4:30 a.m. in India right now. But anyhow, I was yawning a little bit ago, but I think I'm kind of back in the cycle of things. We're going to share more on Sunday, and I'll have a report that you can look at. If you can come to conference, we'll have more to share with you then as well. I think it was a very profitable trip. A lot was accomplished. There were a number of things that happened quote-wise that just really stick in my mind. One of the things that happened, we were in the boat heading out to see this tribe in Myanmar, and the guy who was our guide said he's a believer, he's a Baptist. These are some of our Baptist brothers that we met, Dr. Neng Tong and his wife, and Dr. Hung Kim and his wife. They're both of these guys have doctorates from Bob Jones University. And I think she has a degree, you know what that is?
Humanities, bachelor's.
She has a degree from Bob Jones as well. But they were helpful to us there in Myanmar. But we were going out to see this tribe in the boat, and our guide, who says he's a believer, and we didn't get to talk to him a whole lot about that, but I said, how many people live here along this lake of this tribe? He said, about 200,000. I said, how many of them are Christians? He said, not one. They need another Adoniram Judson. If you don't know who Judson is, you should find out. He was America's first foreign missionary. So we had an opportunity I had an opportunity to preach there in two of the churches, the church that they started, another one that they started not too long ago. This was at the house of a man named Tong Pi, who wanted me to share with his family. This is his family. Most of them are, I think, adopted children that they have, and he teaches the Bible to them. Many years ago, I didn't think much about the ministry to children. I thought that's really not what we're doing here, but it has proven, this trip proved to me that it is a profitable ministry, especially seeing 3 of the children from Agape Home get baptized and hearing their testimonies. That was heart-moving. But so I had an opportunity to share my testimony with these children and with the family there. This man is one of the elders in the church. We also visited a tribe up in the mountains, Palong tribe, I think, there in Myanmar, a 2-hour hike into the mountains to get there. I don't think Joshua has the picture, but we went down through this tea field. I think it was probably about a 90-degree angle. At least it seemed that way to me. In fact, the guy where we were eating was telling the guide about going there. He's pointing and talking, and I said to Joshua, I know what he's saying. And he said, what's he saying? I said, he's saying, don't take the old fat guy down the hill. He took us anyhow, so he didn't listen to the guy. We got to the village, and the children were dirty, their clothes were tattered, and I had a pack of Planters peanuts, and they ate them. But it was a good inn for us to talk to the grandfather of the village and find out a little bit more. And this was the tribe on the lake where we went. They lived on the lake, in the lake, and along the shores of this lake. 200,000 of the inland tribe. That's another quote that I remember. I remember Paul saying there are many tribal people and Dalit people here in India who have not heard the name of Jesus. Those are things that I don't think I'll forget. And I had an opportunity to share there at the conference in India when we were there to talk about integrity. I think that went well. We used a portion of the Courageous movie for one of the sessions, and even on one of the nights we even showed the whole movie, although I don't know how profitable that was because we set it up with English subtitles, but I don't know how many of them could read the subtitles. This is a picture of all of those who attended the conference there at Coimbatore, who came from Odisha and in the area there in Tamil Nadu. And can you pick out the Americans? We also met with the different men. I think these were, I can take a look here. I think these are the guys from Golamunda in Odisha. Is that Peter? And it was good to find out what's happening there. I was thrilled to hear from them that they had baptized 15 believers before they left to come down to the conference, so that was exciting. And Brother Nehemiah said that they were preparing to baptize 6 in the area where they're ministering to. So that was good. And I preached at a number of places. I don't even know if I remember them all now. Maybe Joshua does. He's going to come and talk about travel.
I just wanted to show you a couple of the modes of transportation. We had as he was talking, I forgot we did have hiking. I didn't take a picture. I mean, I took a picture, but I didn't put it in there.
You know, I was going to say too, that we not only traveled thousands of miles in the countries where we were, we traveled hundreds of miles. My constant theme song was On the Road Again.
So, airplane, bus, boat, that was fun. And train, on the train it was kind of tight. We traveled through the night, and so we tried to sleep. So Benjamin, for those of you who remember Benjamin, 6'5", look how he had to sleep. Patrick also was a little bit tight. It worked for me nice. It was advantages of being a little bit shorter. So car, more car. Now, you see this car? I mean, I would compare it to maybe a Geo Metro, 4-door Geo Metro. They don't make them anymore. But, so now we put this man, that's the driver, he's in the driver's seat. Put Pastor Rick right here, and then put Paul, me, and Benjamin in the back. Luggage. A little bit tight. Thankfully, we didn't have to go too
You put
far.
Pastor Ike in the death seat.
He often sat up there wearing his seatbelt when he had one. So one of my favorite things was playing with the kids. They taught me how to play cricket. That was a lot of fun. And getting to play with other things. The stringing button, Josh and Joyce sent me to play with them. Also enjoyed talking with the men. Got to talk quite a bit with Paul. Share more about that on Sunday. Different things.
I don't think I ever made it past 10 o'clock on any of those nights.
Yep. So, that and the other men. As I talked with these men, and then another group of men, I tried to take a picture, but it didn't turn out very well because it was dark. But it was kind of discouraging in some ways for me because here was 9 men standing around me, and I could only really talk to one who spoke English, and then he had to interpret to the rest. And so I said, I can't wait until we get to heaven, because when we get to heaven, there won't be any problems with language. I'll be able to talk with each one of them, so we'll get to catch up for hours and hours and all the things we missed talking about here, and just doing that. So another highlight was the opportunity I had to speak at a youth retreat and share the gospel with a group of people. And there we are. And spending time with Paul and his family. It's a lot of fun. So many good things, many more pictures to show. So hopefully we'll get to show you some more on Sunday and other times as well. So, Pastor, that's